Good morning. Today is the 8th of December, 2022. The time is 9:47 a.m. So, as you see, I am not at my sister's house, but I am at my home. And if you look pretty good, you can see that energy is here also, all on the walls. As I sit here, my feet are burning. Um, Yesterday, um, my sister's lawyer secretary called me and was saying that her light bill was not her light bill, her water bill was like almost $200, and um, she wanted to check to see was there a leak or was the commodes running and all this type of stuff. And I told her no, the commode don't run. I haven't seen no sign of a leak, and I said maybe the utility people went up on the percentage of the wattage. Hot music. Okay, I am back. Um, so the secretary called me, was saying that the water bill was almost $200. And so I was saying everything is the same. There was a foul smell coming up from out under the house that's been there ever since we've been there. So if that's gonna make, if there's a leak up under the house and it's gonna cause that's where that smell coming from, the water bill should have been $200, almost $200 all the year. So they sent a man yesterday, and I thought about it. I said, how can the water bill be almost $200? We've been using less water because the washing machine, we couldn't get the washing machine to work for the last few weeks. We just figured out what was wrong with it, and it's the door. It wasn't catching. The lock wasn't catching. And so we've been just washing clothes for about 3 days now for all the month. So I really think they're telling lies, because the man came, whatever it was he did, I started feeling an attack by him, and I believe by him. And last night, I got the worst attack that I've ever had. I mean, they burnt me up some kind of bed, because you don't have to be that close for them to connect to my body. Now he's in the house, and I was on a severe attack last night, really severe attack, and so I had to come over here this morning, and so I like crystal, and I have a lot of crystal dishes and cake plates and stuff. So I was washing them up. I'm in the kitchen, and I'll come under attack with my heart. And there's a certain place. It was once I got over in this area. There's a certain area in that kitchen when I started getting attacked. And I believe they got something up in that ceiling over there. Because, like I said before, when I moved here 7 years ago, there's a young couple moved maybe a week after I did. As soon as they moved in, they started gang stalking. At the time, I didn't know what gang stalking was. I didn't know that I was, I just knew somebody. What they did was put trash on stinking trash. It took me, I put Clorox, ammonia, all kind of stuff to get that smell off the porch, and it still didn't go nowhere. It had to wear off. So I called the police, and the police moved it. I won't touching it. I told him I ain't touching it. So he moved it. And It was just some stinking trash. And then they started putting lizards. I mean, huge lizards, not no little tiny lizard, big lizards, like somebody's pet. When I first saw it, thought it was a snake. Because I heard somebody holler. I said, who that hollering out there like that? So I walked to the door, and there was a lizard. So evidently, he was scared of the lizard that he put on my porch. And then I threw something out there. First, I threw some ammonia out there. And he was out there sniffing the ammonia. And I ain't gonna say what all I threw out there. But he got off that porch though. Anyway, then they put another one. I could tell that was a pet. That ain't just no regular lizard that be out there in the yard. Then after that, I started seeing like regular lizards. They probably would be out there. But my sister lived here 2 years before I did. And I used to come here all the time to see about her. And never seen no lizard. And so now I'm starting to see lizards because they putting them out there. And then they started crawling up in my ceiling, all the way around the whole entire ceiling. And this is a very high ceiling. And so I called the cops 2 times about them crawling up in my ceiling. They didn't do nothing. I actually had the female cop said it went against the law for them to be up there time it's a public place. How in the heck is that a public place up there? And this a duplex. They on that side, I'm on this side, and then the landlord said she didn't know that you can cross over. But they didn't care that you can cross over. She said she had to call the police to see what could happen. They kept doing stuff, and I kept doing stuff, and then they moved. She moved. Let them move. No, they asked could they move. So I don't know if she let them move in something else or what. I don't know. But I'm not gonna just let people bully me, and you just doing stuff for. I'm not bothering you. And then he told me he was a Mason, but what I saw them was giving him drugs, cause I could be standing up in the door. They wouldn't see me, and I could see them passing drugs. And he had got this dude to come over and said that he gonna pay the dude to rough me up. Now I'm not even bothering him. You bothering me. You up in my ceiling, crawling. You and your friends crawling around in the ceiling. But he gonna pay somebody to rough me up because I put latches on the crawl space that's in my closet, so they couldn't come down. Because one day I came home. I would go cause my sister have to have 24-hour care. So I go home. I go to her house and I come home, maybe stay a day or 2 or 3 days. The most I would stay home was 3 days at the time because they didn't want to deal with her. And my sister mean, and she still mean, and can't even walk. She can't even do nothing. She can't even do nothing but slide off the pillow, and then she'll just lay there. And when you're trying to put her back up on it, she stiffen up. She is mean. She just mean. I be trying not to break her neck because she's trying to be mean, and I'm trying to put you back up on the pillow. She just mean. And get the hollering and carrying on like you're hurting her. I sat on the bed yesterday. I just sat on I didn't even touch her. Sat on the bed. Just hollering. I said, girl, if you don't shut your mouth. Because it don't make no sense. You just hollering. I don't think I ain't even touch you. Oh, Lord have mercy. And then I'm going through this and have to deal with her. It's just something. But I don't think that water bill is that high because they did the same thing at the other house. The house we moved from. Said that they was the water bill was high and they think it's a leak. And they're telling a lie. What they trying to do is plant roaches in our house. That's exactly what they trying to do. Well, one thing about it, I would get some poison and kill them roaches because we're not going to be infested with no roaches. But that's what they do. Because a girl had already told me that that's what they did to them. And so when they came to check, not this house, the other house, because they came today, to check the washing machine and check the amp, because the dude said the amp was real high, so it's supposed to be 0.5 and it's 12. So she trying to say that it's the space heaters, but she had the air conditioner on. I'm not big and fat. My daughter is huge. She's a big woman, and I can't take a whole lot of air conditioning. Never have been able to, and still can't. Now I'm old now. When I was young, I couldn't take a lot of air conditioning because I get cold, and I'm not trying to catch pneumonia because she got to have the air conditioner on. So I brought some space heaters and to keep us warm, and put one in my sister's room, one in my room, and I put one in the living room because it be cold in there. I had to put the vent, put a water bottle over the vent in the bathroom because it be so cold in there. I can't get undressed and it's cold. You know, my room would be freezing. So I just think they lying. But I tell you what, they told me up this morning. I mean, I was calling on the Jesus. Jesus, please help me, Jesus. I tell you. And then I come here and I'm under attack here. In that kitchen, there is something over there that when I go over there by the stove, something popped me in my head. But it was when I got over there, 'cause I was taking stuff down to wash it. I'm a person, I like to keep stuff clean and dusted. And Crystal looks bad when it's dirty, you know. And they don't dust clean stuff. I like pretty things, you know. And I take care of my stuff. My stuff is probably older than my children. That's how long I had it, and cause I take care of stuff. Now a lot of my stuff got broke cause of my son. When he was a little boy, he'd be running through the house, and I had this big, tall thing like a wine glass, but it was just a centerpiece. He running through the house with a butter knife, and I heard him say, "Cling!" I had a whole table full of glasses, crystal glasses. He knocked the whole thing over. I told him, when you get grown, you better get you a good job so you can replace my stuff. I had these candle holders. They was tall, purple and like they weren't clear, like a frosty. Purple and a frosted. They were so pretty. Oh, I love them things. And they were like, get one real tall and then another and another. I had 2 sets of them, and I had them on this shelf. And so they kept putting their bicycle over there on the shelf. I mean, over there in that corner. And I kept telling them, y'all be careful over there in that corner so y'all won't knock my shelf down and break my crystal candle holders. After a while, I heard something say, they don't. Do you think their mama try to replace anything? Show on. I had some red crystal glasses. I just love crystal. I love crystal. And I had 8, because I buy things in 8s. I had 8 red crystal glasses, and then I had 8 like the Coca-Cola glass. You know how they had back in the day they had the Coca-Cola glasses shape. They had a certain shape to them. I had 8 of them. So that's 16 glasses. When I come back, okay, came up here to babysit for my oldest daughter and her children for I'll be a month. And I told her after a month she got to make some other type of arrangements, you know, because she shouldn't have been moving up here, knowing she got children, 4 children, and then you're gonna just move up here and you can't, you know, it's just you. And she moved up here and it was rough for her, so I told her I'll babysit for a month, either a month or 2 months. I can't remember. But anyway, by the time I got back home, 16 glasses were broke. 16 whole glasses. I said, why would you give crystal glasses to a 2-year-old? Because every time she would give him glasses, he throw it. And she kept getting them through. Them the only glasses we had. I said, Dollar Tree got dollar glasses. You could have went and brought some glasses or got some plastic cups or anything instead of getting them my crystal. Now I got some red crystal plates in here that I don't see. Before I leave, I'm gonna check real good because I looked in the cabinet. I don't see my plates. You know that I just love pretty things, even though I don't have much or nothing. But I try to raise my children. That's what they ate out of. They drunk out of crystal and they ate out of china. You know, I try to, even though I was a poor mother, I try to teach my children to have some type of class about themselves. I read to them out of the dictionary, try to teach them words, because I'm not good with words. And you got people that is good with words, and that's what they do. They try to show off, because there was this guy, we was good friends, and he was good with words. And so I could start the conversation off. And he'll just take over the conversation. And I said, wait a minute. What are you talking about? I said, that ain't even what I'm talking about. I said, I started in North Carolina. Now you way in Africa somewhere. Not even talking about what I'm talking about. I started the conversation, so it's my knowledge. He done took it way somewhere else that it even talking about what I'm talking about. Because he good with words, but you not good with keeping up with what I'm talking about, And he'll just take the conversation and just go somewhere else with it. And to hear his self-talking. That's how people that's good with words, they like to hear their self-talk. It don't even matter that the conversation is about what it's supposed to be about. And I'll tell him, I said, that ain't even what I'm talking about. This my story. How you don't know? That's what make that. Now that really pisses me off when people do me like that. When I'm telling them something that I know that that I'm dealing with or I'm living or some of my experience, and then they're gonna act like they know more about my experience than I do. That irritates me. That really irritates me. Cause what you're trying to tell me, I'm too stupid to know my own life, my own experience. And I'm not that stupid that I don't know my own experience. And so I think these people are just trying to get in the house so they can make the attacks worse. Because they showed you this morning. I'm telling you, I could just feel that energy going in my rectum, going in my vagina. And I kept moving and moving. I even got up and went in my bedroom because I don't even sleep in my bedroom because they were attacking me so bad in there. And then they started burning my feet. Wherever I go, it'll go too. And it just some crazy stuff. Right now, my feet burning right now. And I'm in a whole different town. I'm not even at where my sister live at. I'm where I live at. And I heard something, a bump. I heard a bump when I was in that kitchen. So somebody could be up there in that ceiling because I live in a duplex. And they can go from one side to the, I don't know if anybody over there or not, because the woman that was, the witch that was over there, she gone back to New York. Now how in the heck can she be in New York in jail and have an apartment in North Carolina? But she did. In New York, in jail, but she had an apartment beside mine. I'm in North Carolina. And then her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend over there hitting me with direct energy weapons. I didn't know what they were hitting me with. All I know, I was on my knees praying. And they hit me with something. My butt cheeks, everything started sweating. I mean, it was dripping sweat. And then he was talking about, he sent me something. And I thought it was weird because I said, I sent it back to you. And I started praying, telling the Lord that I forgive him. And But he told me, well, she don't know what I sent her. And so the girl, I could hear they so stupid. They listen to my conversation. They were actually I was praying, and that's what they would do. I could go in my bedroom and pray, get on my knees and pray, and they'll be standing at the door at the wall talking about what I'm praying for. So I start praying in tongues. Now let me see you interpret that. I didn't want them to do this was the first set of people because they done been they somebody else. So this is the third set of people that I have. I don't know who that is, but the other woman, she was they keep sending these witches, people that's dealing with this third eye occult stuff and this mysticism stuff. And I mean, my feet is really burning. They burning the crap out of me. Um, I was praying for my sister, and I started crying, and I could hear them say, "Oh, she crying." So I started praying in tongues. I want y'all to interpret that. Now, if you could pray, interpret these tongues, let's see. And then the dude said, I better leave her alone. She might know some magic too. Now, I'm praying in tongues. Now, they don't even know what praying in tongues. He talking about I might know some magic too. I don't need no magic. I don't need no magic. Because, see, you doing all the magic for me. Because you're going to answer to God for the magic that you worked on me. All the stuff they done, every person that's, even if they ain't doing it now, they're gonna have to answer for all the stuff that they will attack me with. The stuff they hit my body with, the stuff they sending in my body. And and all this energy and stuff that's in this house. I am hungry, boy. Tell you. I ain't ate nothing all day. But I need me I'm trying to see what that is in that cake plate. I need another cake plate. I brought one. Come all the way from China. I said taking this thing the longest. I know it took over a month for me to get it. And it come all the way from China. A little old cake plate. I said this thing is too little to put a cake in. But I just don't believe these people is telling the truth about what they doing. I really don't. But I don't know. I sure don't know. But I want to get me my own. I want to move out in the country somewhere where I don't be around people and don't have no Wi-Fi and all this kind of stuff. Get me a CD player, a DVD player, and just buy me some movies. Don't worry about having no cable. Just play my DVD. I got a lot of movies. I got a lot of cartoons anyway. A lot of ministry movies. But I can, always buy some movies. And then, well, I ain't gonna do that either. Because I just still got to have cable for that. Just get me a DVD and just buy them little cheap $5 movies. Yes, the stores still be open because they closing down stuff. Now I was talking about right now I'm just talking. I said I was gonna I'm through in Hebrew. What come after Hebrew? Is it James? James, I think it's whatever will come after Hebrew. I ain't gonna read right now though. I need to maybe take some of this hunger pain out of my stomach. Cause I didn't eat nothing this morning when I left. I didn't even drink nothing. I should have made me a coffee. I had got some coffee yesterday. This guy make it. Now that is some good coffee, but I ain't gonna be trusting him too much. It's hard you can't even trust people these days. You can't even trust the grocery store no more. You can't even trust the restaurants, you know. And they do this crazy stuff for these people knowing they can get sued. But these people, they so evil, they'll probably pay a person $1 million to poison you. I don't know. I know this. He called himself Master something. He's a teaches on. He teaches on YouTube, and he was investigating the Bordeaux. That's like the Black OTO secret society of black men, highly educated black, like law using Martin Luther King and people like that. And he was eating at this restaurant, and they fed him rat poison, messed him up. Then when he went in the hospital, they messed him up more because they found out that he had rat pee. That some kind of way he had got rat pee and some other stuff. I mean, they probably when I first started watching him, I said something wrong with that man. You know, 'cause I can't look at that. I thought maybe he was on drugs or something. But then he told the story about what they did to him because he was investigating the Bordeaux. And a lot of people, we as black people think these people for us, but they're not. They have to keep us under check, to keep us from acting the fool. And that's why they in place, so that we won't act the fool. They couldn't be in the white people um, OTO and make some Masonic order, so they have to make their own secret society. But now you got everybody, the mama, the daddy, the dog, the cat, the pig, open up their third eye. Because now they letting the secret out how to open up your third eye so you can get possessed with demons. Because now you eating off that tree of knowledge of good and evil. Mostly evil, because the devil ain't going to tell you nothing good about a person. Only going to show you the bed. And that's the only thing they seem to see is the bed. The thing that God done forgave you for. You done repented and try to live your life better. And then they just keep bringing up your past. And the gang stalking organizations, they be sending you honeypots to rape women. To rape. And then the women, what they call it, see, that makes me so mean. Little simple words they be taken from it. I'm just say throw the cell phone them, because that ain't the word I want, but that's what they do. Go in the bathroom, come back out, you got their stitch on, nothing but their birthday suit. And this man probably ain't had none, and God knows when. And then the flashes on went out the window. And there he is. Then there she is talking about she's pregnant. I done had 2 men, ministers, that this done happened to. And the women talking about they pregnant. Just to get them to marry them. But then they lost the baby. Whew, I tell you. You know. I don't. Some of these, I mean, these women can fool these men. I'm telling you, and they didn't think I was good enough. And I'm just being honest, being faithful, and then they don't think I'm good enough because I don't have material things. Well, sometimes you take more than material thing. You need a woman that's gonna be faithful. They don't need to be out there sleeping around and got you as the man. At Fort Bragg. I tell you what though, I don't know what they were doing to me. Well, I do know what they were doing to me, but I don't know how they were doing it to me. You know, whatever happened from now on, I'm just gonna just stay like it is. I ain't calling nobody else to come up in that house. Um, I'm just hoping once I get my sister cable cut back up, cause he had to cut it off from out because the box won't work. Once I cause she needs some type of entertainment in that room, and I had music playing for her because she always liked the music, but she liked the R&B music. I got gospel music playing for her, some type of something. You know, I got another computer, but I need a battery for it, and I don't know how to open it. I used to can open them old computers and just buy me another batteries and memory in it, but these here, I know how to do. I mean, I know what to do. I just don't have the strength to do it because I got the little thing that you open it up, and I can't get it open. I messed up a computer trying to open it up, but it had stopped playing anyway. What I was trying to do is open it up and take out the hard drive so I could buy another case of another just a empty computer and put the hard drive in another computer. But I can't even open it because I got some good information on that computer. That's the one they just kept attacking it and hacking it till it just stopped working. But I don't mess the monitor up. If I had messed the monitor up, I probably could still just take it somewhere, but I don't know where to take it. But just hold on to it until I find a place to take it. And then it probably work like brand new. Or you need some more memory and a battery. And this one here, not this one, my other one that's at the house, it need a battery. And while I'm putting a battery, I probably will put some more memory in it too. Well, that's how they do things now to keep you from knowing how to do stuff so you can take it to somewhere so somebody can make money off of you. But see, I go on YouTube. YouTube showed me what to do, but I couldn't get to do it. I brought the little piece that you hook up under the case and lift the case up, but I couldn't lift it. And I don't have that much strength in my hand, but I could lift it. Whew. These walls need painting. When I moved here, they were smutted. Cause my sister used to live here, and she was trying to cook whole thing. Evidently, she forgot she was cooking and just smoked up the place. That's why we had to get her. She was staying here by herself, and I would come over here cause I lived in another town. So I would come over, to make sure she okay. But she was so blame mean. She didn't appreciate me coming. I call her early in the morning and tell her I'm coming over. And by the time I get over here, she done got in her teeth and then got mean. Cause she wasn't a mean drunks. I got another sister that was a mean drunk. Boy, they get their teeth and they just mean. Wanna cuss you out and just Lord. Mm. My brother had one brother that drunk Bill. Mm. I need to open up that thing there. I don't like. No. I just wish I were able to get my own home. Living in somebody else's mess and paying them rent, and then they allowing people to kill you. I need to quit doing this right here. I get to just talking, speaking my mind. Lord have mercy. But that's how I find out, I'm not by myself. Other people going through it too. So we be helping each other. But we have to be careful now, because these people, they'll just make up lies just so they can get in your house and attack you. Then your family don't even believe that you're going through it. Don't even believe it, that you're going through nothing. Wait a minute. I'm missing some stuff. Wait a minute. I don't see my doll. I paid $100 for that little ugly doll, baby. Let me see where she at. This her. Now this doll here is old. She older than all my grandchildren. My grandchildren, they twins. She's supposed to have glasses. Some child took the glasses off. Her name is Uma, and she's a daddy long leg. I had brought a lot of daddy long legs. My grandchildren broke them. This is the only one I got left. I got the all God children, and this is a good way to keep people out your house, cause they scared of them. I got a lot of black whatnots, and you got even Christian people scared of these things. I mean, what can it do? It's just a doll, baby. This is a daddy long leg right here. And I got the chair to go with her, cause I had to pay for the chair separate. The doll, the baby, she was supposed to hold a baby. I didn't buy the baby, cause the baby was separate. You had to pay for everything separate. The chair, she was $100. The chair was like 20 something, and I can't remember what the baby was. I didn't buy the baby, but she's supposed to have glasses on and sitting in her chair. See her daddy long leg. And I had some other ones. I used to sit in my windowsill, and my grandchildren broke them. But my all God children, I still got them. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, playing hooky from school, and had some boys in the house while I was at work. I was living in Maryland then. I worked in D.C. I come home and saw all God children and daddy long legs are expensive. And they had done took some silver, I think silver and orange painting, and painted my figurines. And I had one, I can't remember all that they painted, but I got Frederick Douglass, I got Harriet Tubman. I didn't never get Martha Wells. I wanted her too, but I didn't never buy her. And then I got the little children, and they had them painted that thing hurted me so bad. And then I had a can with number Kennedy 50 cents in it. They stole all of that. Stole my Kennedy 50 cents. And I had that up under the bed. They under my bed and took my Kennedy 50 cents. And then she gonna try to lie and say she didn't have nobody in the house. Girl, you cannot tell me that you didn't have nobody in the house. Then she went out there and cussed the boys out because she knew what she had did. So I had some paint, because I had figurines that I would buy that wasn't all God children. And I would paint them myself. That was help me, with my stress and stuff, painting. And so I took some of that paint and I painted them back. And that really made me feel better. But it's not the original paint that they come in. I can't remember how many, but they look the same, really, to me. But I couldn't believe that somebody had painted my figurines. I was more mad about my figurines than I was them Kennedy 50 cents. And I had a lot of them. I had I had quite a bit of Kennedy 50 cents. Because I was saving it for my children. You see, they be letting people come in your house and doing stuff, and you trying to save stuff for them because stuff be worth money. I had this one figurine. What's that man? Hello Dolly. Oh, hello Dolly. Uh, he played the trumpet. I had a figurine of him, and it got broke. I've had so much stuff to get broke and stolen. A lot of stuff got stolen. People don't care that you struggling too. They don't care that you struggling. Just like these devils here got all this energy in this house. And at this house and at my sister's house. I mean, how evil can you be? How evil can you be? I guess they moved her to car here sitting over there. They put her up there on top of my curio to keep from getting broke. I won't let nobody play with them either. But I had some little boys that I had them sitting on in the window, and my grandchildren broke them. So I just threw them away. Cause they didn't have no value. It broke like that. I probably could have glued them back and just had them, but I wanted them for the value of them. Because once they get a certain age, they break the mold and don't make them no more. So they become like collectibles. She need washing. I don't even know if you can take this dress off. Yeah, I bet you can take it off. It need washing. Yeah, everybody. I got one dog at my house. I mean, at my sister's house. I had her sitting in the house, and I ain't lying. People get really scared of that dog. I said she can't move. I got her on my bed at my sister's house. She can't. I mean, they kept talking about she looked like she looking at them. I said she might be, but she can't go nowhere. She can't move. Them eyeballs don't see nothing. How you keep a crowd of people out your house by your dog, baby? One that looked real. So that was I ain't gonna tell how much she cost. But I got another dog. I was collecting dolls and angels. I don't know where all my stuff is. Especially my pictures. I had a lot of pictures and stuff. I don't know what happened to them. I had stuff. I had a statue of an African wise man. I don't know what happened to him either. I think people were stealing my stuff because when I moved, I let one of my daughters, take my stuff, and I think she probably used it to pay the person that moved her. Cause she claimed she don't know girl back. You know where it is. Let me get off of here. I'm just talking, man. Speaking my mind. Now sometimes you need to release stuff out of your head. But I'm gonna close out.